How do you stimulate the minds of our beloved pups? Each day, many of our dogs stare aimlessly, waiting for our attention as we continue on with the busyness of our day. We throw the ball for them, giving them a little amusement, or give them a nice long walk, but sometimes it just seems like something is missing.
Something's missing.
Imagine engaging your dog not just in physical exercise, but also challenging their minds, making every indoor day as enriching as an outdoor adventure. Picture your dog eagerly listening to your every word, improving their focus and growing in confidence right before your eyes. While the concept of mental enrichment of your pup might seem daunting at first, in today's video, I'm going to simplify it for you. I'll outline several activities that can dramatically enhance your dog's mental focus and ultimately mentally stimulate them. These mental exercises can be just as stimulating and tiring as an intense session of physical exercise, and perhaps is the missing link in fulfilling your dog's needs. Here are some essential mental stimulation exercises for your dogs. Let's get started. For the first block, I have 3 similar exercises which I have several variations. Number 1, release and run. Number 2, hide and seek. And number 3, find it. These 3 games are similar, but I've placed them in order of difficulty. They all begin in the same manner, where you place your dog in a stay on a marker spot. But each variation will progressively require a little bit more impulse control. For Gandalf, I like to put him in his crate before releasing him. Number 1, release and run. This one is very simple. Have your dog stay on his marker. Grab a toy that your dog loves and will have a high drive to retrieve. Back away slowly, and then give a release cue while running away. Your dog will likely dart out of the crate and charge after you. Dangle the toy by your legs as you run away, and hopefully your dog will not be able to resist grabbing onto the toy. When he grabs it, give it a few tugs and let your dog take it as a victory prize. Repeat so that your dog gets familiar with the game. This is an excellent game to build impulse control, focus, and drive. Your dog is learning to pay close attention to your command, and the reward is the fulfilling tug and satisfaction of claiming his victory prize. As an added bonus, you can even engage a quick game of fetch to continue to build the excitement. Repeat this exercise for several rounds. And by the way, this is a great method to work on recall. Number 2, hide and seek. Now that your dog is familiar with release and run, time to take it to the next level. Place your dog in the same stay on his marker. However, this time you will leave your dog's line of sight and go hide. Hang on to your toy just to provide an extra scent clue for your dog and also a reward for him when he does find you. Call out your release cue when you are ready and wait until your dog finds you. As soon as your dog finds you, cheer, pet, expose the toy for a tug session. Do whatever you can to tell your dog that he fulfilled his objective in finding you. At first, hide somewhere that is relatively easy, and then increase the criteria and get more creative of where you hide. This way, your dog won't get discouraged if you choose too difficult of a hiding spot. This is a great game as your dog is forced to use some of his other senses to try to find you. Number 3, find it. Okay, so we've played release and run and hide and seek. Let's play find it. This time, prior to releasing your dog, place the toy in front of your dog. If you've taught your dog the name of the toy, go ahead and give the verbal marker for the toy. Place your dog in a stay and go hide the toy. Head back to your dog and release him. Encourage your dog to find it, find Moose, and find whatever name the toy is. Watch your dog roam your house looking diligently for the lost toy. You'll be surprised how focused they may be during this process. Begin with obvious spots to get them excited about the game, and gradually make the hiding spaces more complex. It's a great way to keep their minds active, especially on rainy days when outdoor activities are limited. Once they find it, cheer, pet your dog, play tug, or even give them a treat. Celebrate. These 3 exercises build impulse control, nose work, and is just so much fun. On your next rainy day, where you're stuck at home, try these exercises and you'll just have as much fun indoors than outdoors. If this first block of information was helpful and interesting to you, please hit that like button to tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video to others. Thanks, we really appreciate it. For the next block, I have another 3 exercises to build on with your dog. Number 1, targeting. Number 2, base training. And number 3, advanced targeting. For the next 3 exercises, they involve having your dog hit very specific targets, requiring them to pay close attention to your commands. Number 1. Targeting. Targeting is just a simple command for your pup to touch your hand or an object. The simplest form of this is to hold out your fingers, and as soon as your pup touches your finger, mark and reward. This could then be adapted into different forms such as snoot, high five, high 10, etc. Gandalf's specialty of the Corgi crawl into a snoot is one form of this game. This is pretty much basic trick training and sets the foundation of teaching your dog to go to a specific spot and to do a specific action. By teaching touch, you unlock a whole tree of tricks that can be built upon this foundation. Number 2. Base training. This exercise is similar to the previous, but now we're going to have your dog target something away from you. I like to start with using an object that Gandalf is most familiar with, such as his crate. Simply call your dog to enter the crate and place them as stay, and then release. Mark and reward each time they enter the crate when directed. Now, I'm going to bring a second base that he is familiar with, such as his bed. I'll free him and then call out for him to settle on his bed. If he knows the word and is properly motivated by treats, he will most likely dart over to the bed and lay down. Mark and reward. Repeat by calling out each of the bases. After a while, you don't need a reward after each call out. Instead, it becomes a game that your pup will enjoy going back and forth, listening to your every command. Increase the criteria by introducing a third base. In this situation, I'm adding a little box that Gandalf likes to stand on. Continue to increase the criteria and watch for your pup's limits. Gandalf absolutely loves this game, as you see here. It's an amazing way to once again build impulse control and then attention to your every command. Number 3. Advanced targeting. This one is a bit more specific in terms of your pup's interaction with an object. Rather than simply resting on a base, you're going to ask your dog to do a specific command on an object. Here I have Gandalf pawing at the soccer ball. You can even convert this exercise into the infamous selfie trick where you are the base. Use your imagination and think about what things you can target with your pup. There are many other ways to be able to engage your dogs mentally. If you don't have the opportunity to work on these exercises, food puzzles and Kongs are fun and will keep your dog busy for a little bit, but I feel like they lack the interaction that your dog craves from you. There are good interim solutions while you are busy multitasking and need to engage your dog indirectly without supervision, so I regard them as a secondary tool to engage your dog mentally. I often hear the recommendation of scatter feeding. I personally have not tried that, as I imagine that one kibble that your dog misses will be the invitation for all of the critters in the neighborhood to throw an unwanted house party in your backyard.
Party, party, party!
Have you tried this method? In fact, let me know what you do to engage your dog mentally in the comments below. I'd love to hear. If you're overwhelmed on where to start on your dog training journey, check out this video right here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.